You said that the side with the best plan wins. That's as simple as it can get, right? I'm curious about something though. Even though we're talking about school security, we're also talking about churches. And I'm thinking about what you're saying now about threat assessment, because you say your best plan is to identify the threat before they come through the door. And in churches, you're not going to not welcome somebody to come through the door. Do you know what I mean?
Our mutual friend Steve Tarani, in his
Mhm.
book Pretense, talks about normalcy bias. And normalcy bias is a form of denial, and we think, well, we're good people, so our psychic doesn't allow us to even think like the bad guys, right? So in a church or a synagogue, the plan would be to have greeters outside. Let's talk about the Texas church shooting, the one where the firearms instructor shot the guy. But
Mhm.
that was after the bad guy killed two people in the church. So that
Mhm.
was what we call a known wolf. They knew who he was. They knew he was in disguise that day. They knew he was in a long coat, but they let him in. I talk to ministers and priests and pastors all the time, and we try to convince them to have greeters outside to screen people. So known parishioners, they let them in, let them in, let them in. Somebody that's new, hi, how are you doing? Where do you live around here? Come on in. And if they look funny, act funny, and smell funny, you don't have to
Mhm.
let them in. By smell funny, I mean sometimes some of these guys come smelling like gasoline. Well, why in the world would you let them in the church? So
Mhm.
for me, it just takes that convincing, and so we try to get the word out. A lot of schools, or sorry, churches and synagogues are doing that. The Tree of Life Synagogue in Pennsylvania, all those people were killed. They literally sat there in their seats, and the guy walked down and shot all of them. They did not have a plan. They had no security plan.
Shooting